if you hear a lot of strange noises, it's because my wife has somehow convinced the kids that they can get some brownies and some extra allowance if they help paint. But I think they want to paint anyways. They're having fun. We usually do this. We've had to paint kids' rooms, and now we're getting a little further out, and I've done a lot of woodwork for the house, and it's looking... Stuff is expensive. I'm telling you, you can't hire people to do stuff anymore. You've got to do it yourself. And that being said, I'm about to make another exotic sheath. I don't make knife sheaths, and people are always looking for this. I don't sell that. I don't have like a store or anything, but I do take requests through emails if anybody needs something. But I make exotic sheaths. I don't make like your simple fold-up stuff. I like to make something for the person that wants to carry more than just a knife. So try to make things exotic. I'm gonna make something today. I've got another Tops Knives here. Go support them. They support me. Handcrafted blades. Handcrafted. They make hatchets. They make machetes. They make, you name it. They make all kinds of crazy stuff. Go check them out. They even have like customs and things like that. They have like discounts. They have giveaways. They have sales, all kinds of stuff. Go support them as much as you can. When you can, grab a knife from them. This is a great knife right here. This one would be great for everyday carry. Someone who just needs something on their hip for while they're hunting, or survival scenario. They're out fishing. This is like your everyday knife right here. This is something you could put on, and you could wear it everywhere. Or if you don't feel comfortable being seen wearing a knife, then cover it up. You know what I mean? So, but this one does have some features. So I want to make something here for a everyday carry, and I'm gonna enhance it a little, but I'm gonna take it back on the too exotic stuff. So I don't want this to be too heavy or anything like that. So we're gonna keep it simple, but it's gonna have some. You're gonna look at it and say, that's a survival knife. That's cool. So I want to keep it simple like that. All right. Without further ado, let's take a look at this thing. This is the Jackal. The Jackal Survivor. Made, already cut the bag. It comes with oil. I always fall out because I'm always holding it like this and I drop it. Comes with oil. Made in the USA. Went ahead and cut that so I don't take up any more time. Comes in, hang on, sheath. Pull this off. Sheath. Isn't that cool? Look at that. I mean, you know, you can grip that thumb. Their sheaths are high quality. There's nothing wrong with their sheaths. I make sheaths and I like showing knives. So it's hard for me to do both without making a new sheath. And, you know, that's crisp right there. Nice clip. But this is it right here. Made in America. And that's the way it should be. Here, let me pull. I'm going to put you on the table here and be able to take a better look. I want you to be able to see just a little bit better. That's cool. And there's your other side, obviously. But that's got a nice finish. Look at that. I mean, it's almost got some shine, a little sheen, a little bit of sheen to it, not shine, but it's got a sheen to it. It's really nice. All right, let's pull you over. Let's get some measurement. So you've got a hammerhead situation going on back here. You could use that to drive things if needed, and then you've got a nice thumb location here, about an inch. That's about an inch. And then you have about an inch base. A little bit over an inch. And then right here in the front, from here to here, let's kind of get an idea. That's a little over 5 1/4 5.25. So you about got 5.25 going on there, and then your grip is what, 4.5 in grip. And there's a lot of great features to this blade, usable effects here, and just with this blade being designed like this makes it a lot easier to handle. You could even, this thing's well balanced, you could even use it as a throwing knife if you wanted to. Be a very expensive version of a throwing knife, but if you had to in a crazy apocalyptic situation where you had to throw a knife, you could definitely throw this and stick quite well. But it is a sticker. It's a great sticker. Overall, it is beyond it is definitely beyond 10. It is probably at the 10 mark, or 9 3/4, something like that. So it's a good blade. Well, now I just have to start designing. It's time to start laying it out, getting it all designed up, and we'll come up with something. Don't think I'm going to have room for traditional heavy stuff. Like I said, don't want to make this thing very heavy, because this is the knife. And I'm thinking something like this, and to incorporate other things I will share as I go. Small Altoids. You can pick these up at any store. Like a couple of bucks gets you like 12 cans. You don't even want that many cans. You just wanted one, but you still have to buy the whole set. Alright, so without further ado, I've got some survival cord. It is a type of survival cord, not the survival cord. You got snare wire, fishing line, and all that all in one. That's key, important. It even has some fire cord. Okay, I wanted to go with orange. For lights, I wanted to do this thing here. This plugs into a standard USB, doesn't require carrying a cord, and oh, it's made by Olight too. But anyway, you just pop it off, and it's also magnetic, so it sticks to stuff. You can set up a little light if you need to, and then just put it back, and you're done. So there's not a lot of disconnecting and stuff, so you can put that on any way you wanted to. And that green matches with the orange, and that matches with anyway, I'm not doing it for that. So aqua tabs, there's your transpiration bag. This is what I recommend if you're building small kits and you want to do something for water. This is this works for two purposes. It can either be what's called a whirl pack, carrying your water, or which measures out the proper amount for a couple of these guys. You only need like one, but you probably might need two depending on how dirty the water is. Then but one of these you can also use as a transpiration bag because it's clear. You can put it over a tree branch or something like that, and you can draw out the water from it and be able to drink that as well. So when you're done, you don't throw this away. It's still useful. Even after you've done this, you can still, the longer process, this would get you water immediately. But then when you run out of these, use it for something else. And it's just, if it has to stage longer than that, you can't carry so much stuff all the time. Your pants can't even hold up. Your pants are going to be falling down. You're going to be naked and afraid. So the best thing to do is to just try to bring what you need if you need it, but not too much. All right, but then this will fit in here when it's rolled up nice and tight. I don't know if I'm going to have room for this, so I'm probably not going to put this in here, but this is actually an expandable towelette. So I don't really need it. I'm just going to utilize my clothes to make myself the towelette that I don't have. So that won't be going in there because there's not going to be enough room for it. But the things that I do want to have in there, this is my Spartan Fire. It's very thin. It can go in your wallet. You can tear off little slivers of it just like this. And that is enough to get a fire started. Just this little sliver right here. That's enough. That's all you need. But that'll last you a long time. Many, many fires. I don't even need that much, and I can make that work. That's also survival related. It's used in the military as well. People probably don't know that. You know, for SEER school, stuff like that. You know, you need to carry something. Emergency situation, plane crash. You need your plane crash kit. For those of you pilots, you know, you got to have a plane crash kit. It kind of goes with the category of that. You're in the middle of nowhere. It's just you. You know what I mean? Got it behind enemy lines. That movie was garbage. Don't ever watch that movie. That was the worst movie. All right. Okay. 4 matches. Yeah, I'm just doing 4 matches. I was going to just do 2, but I'll figure it out. The first thing is like, okay, so if they don't light, it's okay. You got a ferro rod. There's a ferro rod right there. There's a little bitty mini knife right there, little saw. It gives you a compass. That also gives you a whistle. This is your magnesium. And this right here will burn through a 2x4. That is enough right there. It's a magnesium capsule. SOS sells these. This is Stanford Outdoor Supply. They sell these big. They always sell out too. Every time they're available again, they sell out because there's people like me buying them all up. I'm just kidding. You can make these yourself if you wanted to, but I find them convenient for my kits because there's just a small peel and I just put it in there. Just like that, I'm done. So, other items that are going in here, fishing hooks, doing a couple of these doubles. These come off these come from these kits here. This is from Grimm Workshop. They make it all. Every kit known to man. These fit right in your wallet. They make every kit known to man. This is the gold set. You can just get you a gold set. Then they also make individuals, and they make the ones with just, they make specialties like where it's just fishing line and stuff, like it's a card, a thin little card. I think I've already packed that in one of my kits. I've made so many kits. We are surrounded by kits right now. If this was the end of the world, I could grab pretty much anything and just go. But because I know that I've put my thought into it, and I'm going to open up one of these kits one day and be like, well, I thought of everything. That's good. So, real simple stuff. All right. Keeping it simple. Going to keep on going. So we got this option here I want to throw in for something to do with either here or here or here or something sideways. I will figure that out. Little clothespin. Doesn't have to be big. It's just something to fix you if you got an issue. But that's easy stuff. Fishing line or your needle. Needle, I don't trust it so much, but you can magnetize one of these and use it as a compass. Although I do have a compass already, just in case I don't have a compass if something happens. And that happens, you know what I mean? It's just another backup. It's, you know, there's 2 items right there. Also can be used to stitch up materials. There's a little, this button is thinner than the button that comes in the sewing kits. So I'm going with the thinner button for room. I have a saw. This has both edges. One's for a type of metal. The other one is for wood. And then a couple of awls for sewing to go with my needle. And broadheads. You can use your fishing line. And you can, make yourself a bow. You can make yourself a bow. You can forge yourself some arrows. You can fire harden your wood. You can fire harden your bow and your wooden arrows. If you do wooden arrows, you can fire harden everything so that it's solid. Use your bow string, and there's a couple of broadheads there, so that gives you the option to either bow fish, or you can use it for hunting small game. Nothing large, obviously. Is, you know, makeshift bows in the wild. I mean, you don't get them as powerful as conventional stuff that you buy today, like your recurves that you can just buy online. It's not the same kind of material. You're making it from hand. So there's all that. Hope this little idea here helps. That's all I'm really putting in this thing. Lightweight, easy does it, and a little kit. And if I think of anything later, I'll share it with you. Got to get started on the sheath though. You want to mold this first. Get your leather wet and mold this first over it to get the outline, and then cut off your excess materials that you don't need. That's the first thing you're going to want to do. And then you utilize that pocket anywhere you want, so that you can, there you go. That's just showing the long process of me cutting all these little pieces out. You'll see how they're used, but I went ahead and cut all the pieces out and dyed them. This is saddle tan. I do saddle tan for some of these. I think last time I was using like a brown mix. I've done like the black and tans, black and browns. You can mix them and change the colors. And that way you're not, if you want something a little bit different, you can blend them, and they do just fine. I've got this drying, but it has to dry before I can move on, and that takes like a good day of just sitting here drying, so it kind of stinks. You can only get so much done, but you just have to now all this is rough drafts, so I'll have to fine tune all these pieces to put them together. This is going to be the loop for the backside. Simple snaps. Use this as my flap. It's going to cut straight through the flap. I'm going to cut out my hole here, and then go straight through the bottom here, and then when they collide together, they go straight through like that. And this is probably going to go straight through here. I haven't decided where I'm going to cut yet, but everything's just stages. Now just doing those finishing touches. Got it stitched up. Got this sanded smooth. Got to add another coat of dye and do some last minute touches, and we'll see how it turned out. I had to use my mat to show this thing off at the end of the video because it's pouring down rain. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that nice? I like the dogwoods. Oh, don't throw your umbrellas away. I know it's a different subject, but I just ordered replacement umbrellas. This thing was like destroyed. The hurricane winds destroyed all of our umbrellas, and they were broke pretty bad. Like broke this off and everything, but I can't afford to go buy, brand new stuff like that. See, I still have my Kydex sheath. Oh, we have 5 baby goats. It's a busy spring, I'm telling you. Check that out. Isn't that cool? That's nice. See, and you can wear it. You can wear this around like this, and if you want to conceal it, you just simply open that up, pull this guy out. Look at that thing. Isn't that nice? It's a nice blade. And you just put it back in here. And you got both. Isn't that cool? I like that option. Concealed carry or open carry. Dun, dun, dun. It's a nice looking sheath. Turned out good. Well, I hope it gives you some ideas. And like always, God bless. Please share the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. God bless. Take care. Stay safe.